Hey y'all. I'm making sure my cat wasn't behind me or I rolled backwards. Okay, so I have this question in every live video that I do. So I'm just going to do a whole video on it. And we're going to discuss this because a lot of you ladies have been conditioned to put out because someone was nice to you, gave you a compliment, bought you a meal. Okay. And you've been conditioned very wrong. That's why a lot of you ladies are in a bad position or don't have what you want because you've been bamboozled out of something very valuable. Okay. Now, hoodwinked, run amok. Yes. So, the man is going to want what you have, and that is the entire point, is the want. Okay. I'm going to break it down to you. When you stop wanting something because you have it, you don't want it after a little while or again, you know? So the key is the want. You keep the want going as long as you can. People want it more and more and more when it's unattainable, when it's not easily gotten, when it is forbidden, when it's off limits. That is when it is the most valuable. Okay. So if you understand this concept, you're going to be able to have better relationships, better quality men, better life, um, higher self esteem, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And the whole point of him wanting you is for you to see how much he wants you. Okay. And then get what you need from him. Okay. And y'all, I learned this in a cat book and another book, but it works the same way with pets. Okay. They say your pet is the most cooperative before you give them their favorite toy, their food or their treats. They will do whatever you say. They will roll over, sit, run and chase something, beg, be on their best and utmost best behavior, let you pet them when usually they're running away from you. I'm talking about cats over here. Um, you know, let you rub their stomach when usually they'll hiss at you or scratch at you if you even go near them. Right before you give them and they know you're getting ready to do it. It's the anticipation. It is the anticipation that creates the desire that gets you what you want, not the giving it up. Because once you give the animal their food, their treat, their toy, they're ignoring you because they're too busy focused on, okay, I'm full. I'm not hungry anymore. Get out of my way. I got my toy. I'm tired of playing with it. I'm done. It was the anticipation that had me excited, not the actual toy. It is the attention. It is the I can't have it that makes me want it. Okay. So this is what I keep telling you guys. They're going to ask you, they're going to trick you, they're going to tell you what you want to hear, they're going to pressure you for it. That is because it's working. Okay. Because If it wasn't valuable, they wouldn't be asking for it this soon. They wouldn't be pressuring you for it. They wouldn't be trying to figure out how to get it so soon, 3 days after meeting you. Okay. If it wasn't that important. The anticipation of it. Do sending naked pics and sexting is it a part? No, it's don't ever do that. Okay? Because that's the same thing as giving it to them. Okay? Because they have an imagination and they have a lot of free time and lotion. So you don't do that either. Okay? Y'all young girls who grew up in the age of internet that take butt pictures, butt first, head turned, y'all need to stop doing that too. Okay? Um, Sexting pictures, nude pictures, y'all need to stop all of it. Cut it off. Okay? Because I keep telling you, if you send them that, everybody else has it as well. Okay? So y'all need to stop it. I'm sorry. Doesn't work. Okay. What do you think of getting to know a guy once meeting them, you give it up after a few days? I think you're not going to see him anymore. Okay. So the anticipation is what builds his yearning for you. He has to get to know you. He has to listen. He has to take you out. He has to court you. And he will until he gets what he wants. But in the meantime, what you're actually doing is driving him crazy, making him want it even more and valuing it even more. The less he has to wait, the less he's going to value it. Okay? If Think about this. If everyone could go to school for 5 months and become a medical doctor, don't you think that the salary and pay of a medical doctor would dramatically decrease? I'm just asking. Don't you think that the pride and the you know reputation of being a doctor would not be as great as it is now? Oh, no, because anybody can go to school be a doctor in 5 months. That's not a big deal to me anymore. But if you taking 9+ years plus residency, that's very impressive. And that makes you a very wise, smart, dedicated, disciplined person, and you are very valuable. Your hands are valuable. You get your hands insured. Okay. So because you understand your value. So understanding your value is very important, first of all. Not seeking validation. We already talked about that. Stop seeking your validation through men, seek it through self or how much they spend on you. Okay. If a sugar daddy constantly asks for body pics and FaceTime, what should you say? I would always say, I don't really do that. I'm so sorry. That's just not who I am. I'm very reserved. That means not everyone else has my pictures. I am different. I am special. My pictures are too valuable to send just to anyone. Okay. I have pride about myself, and my pictures aren't floating online. That's what that's saying. And he'll respect it. Otherwise, that's all he wants you for anyway. You know what I'm saying? And if you still make him wait, you're still going to get more. Just tell him no more. I'm done. I'm not going to do that. Okay? And if you've already been doing it, just on the next one, if you get a new one, don't do it anymore. Okay? Um Ignore them. Yeah, that's the best way. So, okay, let's just think about this for a second. Okay, you have kids, right? You have a little girl. You have a child. How valuable would you say she is? Very valuable, right? Well, you're someone's child too. You might be grown and an adult, but you're also someone's child that values you. Most moms value their kids. So don't give yourself away like that. Okay. Just imagine if when your daughter grows up that she's just giving her pictures to everybody who asks. And then one day you find it floating around on Facebook somewhere because somebody's mad. Doesn't work like that. Okay. So you don't do that if you want to remain respectable. Okay, so I told you I was going to break it down scientifically, and that's what I'm going to do. So here's another way to look at it. Okay, so so here we go. When da, da, da. Okay, the yearning to sleep with you, or in a man, is energy. It's energy that cannot be fixed. It's going up everywhere. It's, horniness or whatever. This is an energy. Okay. Once this energy is released from you or upon you or in the direction that it wants to go with you, it's it no longer is energy for you. Okay. So this energy, you're going to take this energy and redirect it into buying you stuff, into taking you to nice places. This is how this is going to be used because he has to do something. He has to do something to get closer to whatever he wants. And so all this pent up energy that wants to sleep with you has to go somewhere else. Okay. And if it's not going to sleep with you, it's going to please you so that he can sleep with you eventually. Okay. So those ladies who give it up soon, you're very you're very likely to not see that person again. You're very likely to get ghosted, or you're very likely to get less interaction with them as time moves forward. Okay. So it's like the chase, exactly. But the anticipation, the excitement behind it, you don't know, you have not experienced it yet, is what makes it wonderful because they don't know. And usually people have more um, fun on the road trip than when they get to the destination. Usually more people have fun anticipating something versus when they have it in their hand. It's also kind of like when you really admire a celebrity and then you meet them in person and they're about this big and this short. It's like that. So don't want to give it up. Okay. You don't want to give it up. If anything, you replace them and start over with someone else's new energy that's going to be all about you. Okay. Because giving it up, letting that person just have what they have anticipated and not really worked hard for, not even put any of that energy towards you except, 2 for $20 at Applebee's, or, maybe taking you to a decent restaurant and bought you a few glasses of wine. That's still not enough. Okay. It's still not enough. At this point, you can get that man to pretty much do anything if he wants it that bad, if he likes you that much, if you're really his type, if he enjoys this energy within because he hasn't felt this way in a long time. If he's been with a woman that doesn't make him feel this way, if he's been in a long-term relationship and just got out and has not been with a woman that made him feel this energetic inside, this horny inside, this turned on, he's still going to put this energy towards you. Okay. And a lot of you girls keep asking these dumb questions. Y'all have to listen to me. Okay. You just need to know how soon to start asking these guys to start buying you stuff, giving me money. And If the man, I keep telling y'all, pick your target correctly. You won't have to ask if you pick the right target. Okay. A lot of these men have fetishes and they feel like, I keep telling you guys, especially if you're a black woman, they already think you like sex more than they do. Okay. This is why you got to stop it. So when you do this, you hold out, you're the prize. Okay. If they targeted you just because you're known to give it up super quick for a meal, yes, they're going to be disappointed. Yes, they're going to put too much pressure on you because, you know, the stereotype. And that's why I'm trying to teach you not to give it up because you're not supposed to. That's the whole point. That's why they came for you. And that's probably why they have a real sugar baby and a real girlfriend up in somebody's condo with a nice car, a credit card, an expense account, because she's not giving it up. She don't care who he getting it from. He can come get it from Sharkeisha after 2 dates for $200. Okay, and she thinks she did good. She bragging. I got me a sugar daddy. I got $200. But this chick's over here. She hadn't touched him, living in a life of luxury, barely touched him. So he's over here figuring out how he can get some quick because the energy that he has for her cannot be released. So he needs to come over here and maybe release some of it because he ain't gonna release all of it. Gonna release some of that energy on you and then ghost you. Okay. So you gotta stop putting yourselves in that category. Um, and men, we already know your deal. Y'all are super easy to figure out, not even complicated. Okay, so you can say whatever you want. We know what you want. And why are we so greedy? The same reason y'all are so thirsty. Okay, whatever it is. Okay, so your man has a girl best friend. What do you do? Um, get a boy best friend. Actually, I wouldn't even bother. I wouldn't have a man with a girl best friend. Let's just say that. Before you became his girlfriend, you already knew he had a girl best friend. You accepted it. Um, thank you. What's wrong with it? Okay. What type of restaurants do you like for first dates? Super nice. He should be trying to really impress you. If he has money, anyway. Okay. What about 4% of breadwinners are married? Are you for IR? I'm for money. Okay. I'm for dollar sign. You got some money? That's what I'm for. Okay. Can you give me what I need? That's what I'm for. If you were a stay-at-home girlfriend with your ex, what? If you're a stay-at-home girlfriend with your ex, y'all broke up, what do you tell the new guy you're dating when he asks you what you do? Make up something. I mean, you have an imagination. Make up something. I work online at home. I'm customer service, whatever, I don't get paid a lot. It's part-time. I'm always broke, never have no money. hmm Girl, I got to say you caregiver. Oh, you caregiver of your family. um, Let's say not all girls who watch you sure can get a millionaire. Let's be honest. What is the least you would recommend to us? Six figures. Okay. Don't accept anything less than six figures. If a man does not make six figures, he will not be able to provide for you, your kids, if you have them in the long run. And that means, and he needs to have a career. I don't believe in long distance relationships. So find one local if somebody lives far away. Um, or that gets back and forth into the city you live in. You never had sex with a guy, but he still ghosted you. Well, nothing lost. Mhm. Sure, on a date, I struggle between being too standoffish, uninterested, and then too interested. How should we act on a date? You should have this plan already made before you get on the date. You need to have your strategy already planned. You should already have either talked to him on the phone and understand what his weaknesses are, what his vulnerability points are. You're not a student of the game. Okay. You're supposed to be strategizing before you even get on the date. And you don't just get there and wing it. Okay. Um, if a guy is not chasing you, you are the wrong. Yep. If they're not chasing you, you're in the wrong one. They don't really dig you. I love watching you, listening to you on your video. Okay, thank you. So let's get back to the subject. Okay, so hmm, think about this. Most wars in the past, in the old days, and before it was about greed, it was about women or a woman, or men would go to war, on behalf of a queen, or if a woman wanted something, they would fight for a woman, all this kind of stuff. They would put effort in. Now, all they got to do is take you to eat some microwave food and you going to give it up. Okay. Your women complain about men, but women are the ones that are devaluing themselves by seeking too much validation. You are already the prize. You were born the prize. You got the prize. You've been had the prize. You will always have the prize. Okay. The funniest thing is most people will try to trick you into believing you're not the prize. Okay. And if you fall for it, you're going to be upset with yourself and suffer the consequence. So if you don't walk around feeling like you're the prize no matter what, then you're easily going to get taken advantage of. That's just it. Okay. Um, now, a man's mm, sex drive is let me see how is attached to his well-being. Okay, to his spirit, to his very reason to wake up. Okay, I'm being honest, and the femininity is what makes it stronger and draws it in even more. That's why I tell you guys, tell you ladies to be feminine. Okay, because it makes them even crazier and less likely to control themselves from doing what you ask. I'm not reading the Bible. Okay. So basically, hmm so He will become a morally upstanding gentleman in order just to even get it. Okay. He's going to be on his best behavior. He's going to be on his interview for this job behavior. Okay. And that's the type of man that most women think they're getting. So the longer he stays in that type of behavior, the more likely he will be to actually become that for you. And once you get used to doing something for a certain amount of time, it becomes a habit. And you get used to certain treatment, and that becomes a habit and a repeated expectation, or just something that they're going to do because they want you that bad. So then it becomes a habit, and then you automatically expect it. If you do give it up after 3 dates, there's no time to form habits. Okay? So here we go. Um a woman doesn't get any type of benefit from lusting after a man. Okay? Let's just keep it honest. That's why we are more interested in what they got monetarily. Scientifically, chemically, there is not any type of benefit, because when a man feels this way, his muscles, get he's all this energy. He wants to work out. He wants to create. He wants to be his best. Okay. He wants to do extra. He wants to be the man he was born to be. The woman just be like, he nice. He look like he got work on a little something. I might give him some, or they're not as excited. Okay. They're not, I can't wait to get him home. They're not like that. They're just like, if it happened, it happened. I ain't trying to, I don't care. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, they might think about it and giggle and be like, oh, he's so cute. Oh, but it's not on that same level. Not on the same level at all. No. Okay. So, so there's no reason to put yourself in his position. And there's no reason why you should put him in your position, which is give him what he wants, so that, the next chick that comes along, he thinks it's supposed to be given in 3 days. And then he starts valuing you less and less, and valuing women as a whole less and less, because he doesn't get to wait anymore. He doesn't get that anticipation anymore. So if his anticipation and his energy never builds towards feminine women, and he never gets to be on his best behavior and prove himself to anybody, he's going to remain mediocre. He's going to remain exactly like somebody that you don't even want. Okay? This is why I keep telling you guys, stop giving it up. He doesn't even have time to pretend to be a good person. He don't even have time to fake it. He doesn't even have time to pretend that he's a decent human being and maybe really become one. And y'all are allowing it. The women are allowing it because they're so desperate for validation. Because you don't love yourselves. A lot of women don't love themselves because they were tricked into thinking that they were not the prize. So when you figure out who you are and that you are the prize, you will stop. You will stop asking me the same questions about when to have sex with somebody. You will stop asking me how to do this and how to do that. And you will take your power as a woman and make that man work for you. Okay? And they want to work for you. They despise anybody who will give it up after date 3, even though they just told you, you might be wifey, I love you. The next day, you're blocked and ghosted. Okay? Just saying. And a lot of the guys on my channel who troll me or whatever, they don't like me, but they still here. And they donate to me and all that stuff because they know what I'm saying is true. Or most of it to them is true if they haven't figured it out yet. So guys show their true colors after they have sex with you? Nope. They don't show their true colors. They show your true colors, darling. They show the woman's true colors after sleeping with him. Your true colors, that you're cheap and unworthy. They're showing you a reflection. You give it up in 3 days and they ghost you, that they're showing them your real self. Their real self is going to go find somebody that's going to make them work for it. That's the one they get in the ring for. Okay. Thank you, Esmeralda. She gave me a nice donation. I appreciate that. That is deep, right? Oh, I like the little fires. So don't be mad at them. Like I said, everybody has free will and a choice. If you don't listen to what they say, think about it. Think about it. Okay. Think about a child. When they want something, they want a toy, they're gonna start being nice, ask you about your day, and then you're gonna ask them, why are you being so nice? Oh, there's this new toy I want. Okay. And you're gonna say, I don't know. We'll talk about it. I don't think so. I don't know. Then they're gonna try to bargain with you. Okay. Bargain. When the bargaining doesn't work, then they're gonna try to guilt you. But mom, you said, but mom, remember when you did this? But mom, you know, it's not fair. You gave this, they're gonna try to guilt you. When that don't work, the guilt don't work, they still want the toy. When the guilt stop working, then they're going to try to do what's right, what they're supposed to be doing. Well, mom, how about if I clean up the entire house, vacuum, wash all the dishes, and name some stuff that you could hire a maid for, and they actually do it and do a good job better than you could? You just made them into a responsible person who worked for actually getting something that they really want and desired because they wanted it so bad. They did the unthinkable, and you understand that they have the ability to clean. So the next time you come home and the house is a total mess, you already know their ability. You know they're capable of making the house shine. You need to clean the house. You know, they just showed you their value because you showed them the value of what they wanted by not giving it to them after they asked two, three times. One time, bargain with you, made you feel guilty. If it doesn't work, they keep moving forward until they figure out how to get it. And usually it's going to take something spectacular, something grand, something worth it. Okay. So my kids, when they want something, they clean up better than the maids, the cleaning service when they want something. I walk out and I'm like, wow, did you vacuum? Nope. They didn't pick everything up with their hands. I'm like, what? So we know that men have the potential to be great. But the reason they're not great and they're mediocre and they don't care and they don't need to get a job that pays over $15 an hour is because you have sex with them after 3 dates. They can be broke and still live like a pimp. They can be broke and still have the best of the best type of women that they find attractive. So why do they need to strive any harder if this is so easy to attain? If a Ferrari cost the same as a Hyundai, why would anybody go to college? Why would anybody spend money on education? Why would anybody even attempt to open their own business? Why would anybody risk their money invested in stocks? I don't know. They probably wouldn't. And the men know this, know how valuable it is. Well, that's because they yearn for it all the time. Okay. So they know how powerful it is. You don't know how powerful it is because you're not a man. Okay. Um, So, when women and men choose celibacy, now I'm not saying be celibate, but I'm saying here's another difference. When men are celibate, that energy is going to go somewhere else and be productive. When a woman is celibate, her energy is going to be reserved and put out where she needs it to be put out. Like, oh, I need to stay up late so I can do, this with the kids, or oh, I need to make sure, I go in the gym and work out and pick up the kids and do this, and that. But a man's energy has to be pushed out in a creative, more strongly than a woman. That's why their sex drive is stronger. So when you're giving it up after date 2 and 3 for $200, eh, um, you're working backwards and you seem silly and foolish and not worth anything. Okay? There. And it's also how you play it. Okay? It's not like, because some guys will resent you because they know how powerful that is. And they'll feel like, oh, you're just being selfish. Why would they be so crazy over something that doesn't even belong to them? How can you be selfish and aggravate them so bad if it wasn't valuable? It doesn't even belong to them. Okay, think about this. Um, I mean, all their great works, a lot of their great works, stories, and things were written about women that they probably couldn't get, couldn't have, fantasized about. Characters were based on the loves of their lives back when women were more reserved and not just sleeping with everybody. They released that creative energy in great playwrights, works of art, stories, poems, etc., etc. So, because they had to release that pent up energy in a way to get the woman, they got to sleep with her after they released their little story, or at least somebody else that was like, oh, I wish I was that chick. I mean, why do you think rappers and singers, go through all that to get famous? Because you could just want to be rich, but what about fame versus being just rich? More attention, more women, more appeal. Okay. So a lot of men base their entire day's lives around this energy. They might not have a woman to direct it at this time. So the first big booty they see walking, or the first set of boobs they see, is going to go towards that. But if you catch their attention and they like you and they feel like they have a shot with you, then it's going to go towards you. And if you know how to handle yourself and you know how to be smart with it, you know how to lure them in to get them to do stuff you want by letting them think they're going to get it. That anticipation is what gives them that feeling of, oh, yeah, I have to do what it takes to get to her. She's going to make me work for this. I'm going to put in this effort. I'm going to invest in her. I'm going to court her and make her impressed with me. Thank you, Tony Bomboni. Big booty they see. What did that say? Thank you. Appreciate that. So, y'all know how I just go off and start saying stuff. But y'all, the colorism thing is just a preference thing. You have to understand the mentality, the psychology behind it. Okay. It is what it is. Okay. Just like some guys like butts, some guys like boobs. Okay. We never said the world was fair. We all is fair in love and war. No one ever woke up and said the world is just and fair. Okay. We have to deal with the cards that we got. That's it. That's all we can do. Deal with the cards, the hand we got, and make it work for you. That simple. Okay. Um, what if your boyfriend is broke? Get another one. So as long as you don't have terrible acne, okay, well, you can go get the proactive or go to a dermatologist to help. Yeah. Mhm. Why date a broke man? Don't. What about women with high sex drive? Um, the a woman with high sex drive, it's not the same because a man sex drive, where okay, let's just say this. A man's sex drive is always going to be stronger than a woman's sex drive. A woman's sex drive is strong when there is something else lacking. Okay. And it's just slightly different. So if you have a high sex drive as a woman, it's more psychological because women are more psychological when it comes to sex. Men are more physical. You need something that's missing. Okay. So you have to figure that out. Yeah. Sex drive is high when you're getting what you want. Sex drive is high. No, sex drive is high in a woman when they have not been validated in a while, when they don't validate themselves, when they can't validate themselves, when because think about it. If you're a woman and you have a husband or a long term boyfriend, when you get into that relationship, when you're validated because you are not single and you have someone, your sex drive goes down. Think about this because you're validated. You feel like you got what you need. You got a man. You don't have to do A, B, C, and D anymore. You don't feel like you're missing out on anything. So, you're not always trying to get it because it's just sitting there available to you. You're validated permanently, or while you're in that relationship, you're validated. Okay. So when a man gets in a relationship, most of the time, his sex drive doesn't cease. He wants it the same way as he did when he got into it because this is more physical, and a woman's is more mental. So if you need to be validated, that will take some of that sex drive away. If you validated yourself, if you felt like the prize, okay? I was reading some of these comments. Okay, there you go. So don't get into that thinking you have a high sex drive. You have a high need to be validated. Okay, so how to say no without making it awkward or sounding uptight. Um, you never say no. You say soon, very soon. I can't wait, but until then, this is how it's going to be. You never say no. You just make them anticipate into the future. Shira, you just made it real plain. Okay, thank you. Super creative people, men and women, tend to have higher sex drive. Um, I mean, I think that's a stereotype because there's lots of creative women who don't have sex drive, high sex drives. They just have normal ones, especially if they have a man and they're married or they got a boyfriend that's always there. Their sex drive is going to be high. And if you're creative, that energy is not sex drive. It is creation. It is to create. You know what I mean? Because your mind is somewhere else, not on sex. So it's not a sex drive, it's a creative drive. So it depends on where your mind is going. If your mind is on sex, it's a sex drive. If your mind is on creating, inventing, drawing, making music, that's your creation, your creative drive. When you don't have anything to build or create, or you don't have anything to put that energy into except another person because they've caught your interest, that's where it's going to go. So a lot of women don't have much going on in their lives. They go to work, come home, and think there's something missing. Oh, it's a man. Okay. So a lot of times the energy will start to go that way. But it is mental and not it's not as physical in women. Okay. So mhm. And when I tell you ladies not to talk too much on dates, because that lowers a man's sex drive and you want to keep it high. Okay. What book am I reading from? My Secrets. Shorty Long John. That's My Secret. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Also think about this. Think about rejection. Here's another way to look at it. When a woman is rejected sexually versus a man being rejected sexually, what happens? How does the woman act and how does the man act? The man is like, oh, well, on to the next. Her loss. Or I'll go get someone else and come back to her later. That's his mentality. They get mad, but they still go find somewhere else, or they handle their business, but they're not gonna give up. That ain't the end of it. They're gonna try a couple more times or go find somebody else, you know. But when a woman gets rejected, oh my God, he didn't want me. I offered it to him. Is there something wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Do I look okay? Am I cute? Am I pretty? Do I smell? And, why didn't he want me? Why did he ghost me? What is it about me? Uh, I can never keep a man. You start to blame yourself because the whole point is you just wanted to be validated. You didn't really need that sex. You just wanted to be validated. And since the man was rejected, he really just wanted that sex. So he's going to go handle some business somewhere, either by himself or with another person, because that's all he wanted. You wanted more than he wanted because your sex drives are different. Okay. And maybe some ladies don't know in the back of their subconscious mind that they really just need validation from somebody. And then they don't really have a high sex drive, not a physical one. Maybe you should just do some more soul searching and ask yourself, what is it that you're not getting from yourself or from other people in your life that's giving you this high sex drive? Okay. Did you get enough love as a mother? Did you I mean as a from your mother, from your daddy? Do you get enough attention from, you know, the person you're dating? Do you get enough attention from yourself? Do you put yourself number 1? Do you walk out the house looking ugly and give it up to anybody because you want to say, "Oh, I don't need to put on makeup and do my hair. I can still get men." What is it that you really need to be validated about? Okay, so let's move on from that. um, hmm. So, okay, so here's another problem a lot of women have, and it also has to do with validation. Women who end up with men who need help, broke men, dusties, men who need you to finish raising them, men who you think you can help change and, make it to a different person. Um, uh, you suffer from a psychological disorder and healthy energy exchange. You feel like you don't deserve someone unless you can help them. Let me repeat that. You feel like you don't deserve to be with someone unless you can help them. It is a psychological dysfunction. Dysfunction because you're valuing yourself into a negative versus an equal or a positive. Thank you, Jay Prince. Thank you for the time and the insights. You're welcome. So, unless you can help someone, unless you can improve this man, unless you can give him money, unless you can pay for stuff, unless you can offer to pay for stuff, unless you can pay 50-50 bills, you don't feel like you deserve them. So, subconsciously, that man knows that. That's why you get treated bad. That's why you get taken advantage of. That's why you get left eventually because you've been telling him subconsciously all these years that you are not worthy. You're not worthy. You've been saying that you're not worthy by feeling that you have to contribute in order to be with this person. And like I said, men will try to trick you. Okay, men are tricksters, so are women, but most women, they're not. A lot of women suffer from low self esteem, psychological dysfunctions, misdirected sexual drives, and they always end up in the same place alone, upset, and feeling worse than they started off. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you, don't give it up. Your stuff is very valuable. Okay, your stuff is so valuable that without it, just think about it. If there was no more the JJ in the world, what would happen? If all women disappeared off the planet Earth, what would happen to men? Think about prison. Let's think about prison. The end of the world. Think about prison. And I'm not talking about being gay, because that's obvious, but think about the other things beyond that. After the gayness, think about what else will come after that. war, famine. Okay, let me tell you what would happen after that. Destruction, tragedy. They would kill each other. End of the human race. Okay, mental illness, insanity. Oh, congratulations, you met someone rich. Get it, girl. Okay, so I want to tell you what I think would happen. And I might not be right because this hasn't happened. So how can I know? But here's my prediction. Okay. And in no way am I talking about, the gay community or anything, because a lot of men will go into prison not gay. And because there are no women, they will turn that way. And then when they come out, they say they're not that way, but then they'll be on the down low. So I don't really want to talk about the down low, but it's so powerful, it will turn a man gay. Just to feel something similar. Just to feel something similar. Just to be able to do a chase again. Just to be able to chase it, pretend it, imagine it. And then, when they start to kind of like it, then it's, whatever. But it's enough to make a straight man gay because you don't have it. Because you don't have it. It's enough to change your entire sexuality. That's how powerful it is. Okay. That's what you could take to the next man that say, "Oh, your PP ain't worth nothing." It's enough to turn you gay if you went to prison, because you ain't gonna have it. You gonna just substitute something else. That's how powerful it is, ain't it? Next time, tell them that. That should be on a T-shirt. I need to put that on a T-shirt. My stuff is good enough to turn you gay when you are locked up because you don't got it. I have to reword that. Okay. Bestiality would be more rampant like it was in the old days when everybody and when most women had to be married before they could have sex. They was in the field doing them sheep. Hmm. My, s- my stuff so good it'll make you go in the. Let me stop. I'm taking it too far. I'm taking it too far. Sorry if the parents were watching this with kids. I tried not to use any bad words. Um, Maybe you can save this one for when they get older. Okay, just the femininity itself is good enough. Yes. And that's another reason. Now, remember, we're breaking this down psychologically and scientifically. This is not to make anyone upset, but a lot of transsexuals who are very feminine and look better than a lot of women are also, getting the attention of men because um, the femininity, um, the less chase. It's and if they have experienced, this type of interaction before, but yet they don't want to say, "Oh, I like men. I still like the way a woman looks, smells, and feels, but I'm this way now, or I like this." So it's that powerful. Okay. But to each their own. I'm not judging nobody. I just feel like it's that powerful. Just like the psychological effects from being so hurt and betrayed by a man that a woman will turn into a lesbian because they don't want to deal with the men, not the penis, but the men, because they still have sex toys. You know, gay men aren't walking around with the fake woman's anatomy stuff they sell in the sex shops. They not. They ain't walking around with it. But the lesbians, a lot of the lesbians will still use the toys because it's not the penis that they hate or the sex. It's the psychological and emotional treatment of the man. So we're dealing with mental versus physical. And a lot of men will ask, well, why, if you don't want a man, why are you dating this butch looking lesbian? Because mentally, she's not a man. I like the male physique. Yes, I like this, I like that. But she's not going to treat me like a man. So that's going to answer your question. Women are more mental and psychological and emotional, and men are more physical. Okay. So that's how you understand how valuable you are. And that also should tell men how valuable their treatment to a woman is, to her psyche. You're upset because everyone's greedy and a gold digger and talking trash about you and not recognizing you and not caring about you anymore and making fun of you. It's because that respect that women once really had with men has been flushed down the toilet, you know. And what happened to being independent? I'll tell you what happened to being independent. Most women who are independent, sometimes it wasn't by choice. It's because the men didn't step up. And a lot of women also choose to be independent because they don't want to deal with the emotional issues behind a man, you know. So instead of trusting and wanting a man and hoping he does right, she just skips that whole step and says, I'm gonna get what I need myself because I don't trust these dudes to do A, B, C, and D. They're not capable. But then at the end of the day, they get lonely and they want a companion, but they don't want to go any less than what they deserve. But no man wants a woman who he can't impress or who out earns him. So she has trouble finding a decent man who will treat her right on her same level. So therefore, what she really wanted from you anyway was protection and provisions. She wanted to feel safe, but since she couldn't, she went and got it on her own. And now she just wants the companionship. And those are the women who are usually 50-50. Those are the women, and I'm sorry to say, with the psychological dysfunction after coming to the conclusion that they don't trust men because they feel like they got to go 50-50 in order not to be hurt. That 50-50 represents you're not going to hurt me. I don't trust you. I'm only paying half the bills so that you don't hurt me. That's it. So every time I talk to a woman who does a 50-50, she's like, well, what if he leaves me? She always starts into the what ifs. I don't want to be left without this. I don't want, she has zero confidence in that man ever. Zero. That's why she's independent. That's why she keeps her job. That's why she works overtime because she don't trust you or depend on you fully because she knows you will eventually hurt her. And the only way is if she guards her career, her profession, pays half the bills so that it is protection from her being hurt as much as she would be hurt if she did trust you 100% to be a man, a provider and protector. So she basically does what she has to do to protect herself. And even though it's a psychological dysfunction, it is a functionable psychological dysfunction that women, especially Black women, have had to endure. Mhm. And it all comes down to having sex too quick. So y'all, all of y'all pick me's that's giving it up, y'all need to quit. Y'all messing up the whole world. Y'all messing up my world. Don't let me become president. I'm gonna outlaw being a pick me. I promise you. You won't be in jail. You're gonna be in prison. Oh, you gave it up on a third date? That's 5 years. Pick Misha, I sentence you to 5 years in federal prison. Well, what did I do? You have sold nuclear weapons to the enemy. Basically, that's what you've done for cheap, for $10. That's the equivalent of it. That's the equivalent of it. It is. Now, okay, now it's different. Now let's pull it back a second. Now people that work in the sex industry that's different. Okay. If you are not a known prostitute, if you are not a known escort or a known stripper, now even strippers don't be having sex. A lot of them don't. If you are not a known sex worker, you should not be giving it up that quickly. Okay. Because these women have a job, the men know where to go when they need to, get a little this or that because they don't have a chance in the world with another woman, or the woman they really want is saying no and making them wait and work. Okay. These women are for that purpose. They understand that they get compensated and paid for it. They understand they at least they put a price on it. Okay. At least they got a price on it. It's not free. And but the ladies who are dating and giving stuff up free in hopes that this person will appreciate it when they won't. Now, yeah, there's always exceptions to the rules. Oh, I had sex on the first date and that's my husband. I got married. Okay, great. He was weak. Okay. Um, he he probably really wanted it and anticipated it and maybe had some different moral beliefs than most people or whatever. But let's just talk about the majority. That doesn't happen for them. Okay. The right time to give it up is when he is the perfect man that you need him to be, when he has invested into you, and when you have benefited the utmost in the relationship. And if he ghosts you, he loses out on his investment. Okay. That's just like when you invest in a stock. Let's say you invest $1 million in stock. Okay. If you would have sold that stock, you thought it was going to fall, and you lost you lost all your money before you could do it. That would be that equivalent. But if you didn't, and you let that stock stay and it gained more and more and more, and you made millions upon millions on it, that's also the same thing. Okay. So why would you pull out all your stock when it's making you money, when it's benefiting you, when it's gaining you, when you got the type of woman you have been yearning for? If you pull out all that stock, you're going to lose a lot more money. You have to pay taxes on it. You're going to have to do this, So it's almost like if you would make them invest a lot, they're less likely to pull out their stock after they've invested. Okay. If they only slot machine is the 3-day, 4-day, wham bam thank you man. You put a 20 in the slot machine, you don't care if you lose it. You just having fun playing with it. Oh, this fun. You get them big chips. You start playing 21 or poker or whatever. And you got a lot to lose. You're not going to put all your chips on one hand. Okay? And lose. That's how they think. But a lot of women are slot machines. Don't be a slot machine. Okay? Now, I don't recommend going around telling people you're celibate. Okay? Because that's going to take the whole thing into a whole nother direction. You don't want that. Don't tell people you're celibate. Don't even tell. In fact, you can't wait. Okay? The anticipation is what you need. Hi, kitty. My kitty. So, don't ever, if you're a virgin, don't tell them either. Unless you're trying to sell it for $1 million, don't tell nobody. I didn't tell the first dude I was with that I was a virgin. Mm-mm. If I had known what I did now, I would have saved it and. Anyway, but still didn't tell him. Mhm. So yes, it's very, very valuable. And those ladies who are tricked into thinking that it's not valuable are the ones that are ruining the value. Okay. Kitty boo. Mhm. How long to make them wait before sex? Forever if you can. The more they invest, the better you're gonna be. Okay. So this is what I say. Depending on how bad they want and how much they invest, that's how long you make them wait until you're happy with the arrangement, until you could take him or leave him. Okay. Until he's invested so much that he will not dare ghost you. That's when. Okay. That's my recommendation. Or go start over with someone else and create new anticipation and you have some new person chasing behind you. Thank you, SC, for the donation. For the man in the chat who can't spell but still think they are entitled to women like us. Ah, okay. SC getting kind of. She telling y'all. Pat Allen. If y'all want to know when to give it up, read Pat Allen's book. The books are in the damn group. Exactly. You need some diamonds. You need some bills paid. You need some trips. You need some clothing. You need a whole new wardrobe. Okay. You need your credit card. That's okay. Remember, even in the damn animal book, it tells you before you give them exactly what they want, they are on their best behavior and will give you exactly what you want. Even in the animal book. Okay. This cat right here, before I feed her, she just comes up to me, gives me all the love in the world, lets me pet her, and she won't, try to run away. When I'm not paying attention to her, this one she wants the most love. Right before I feed her, that's when she lets me do whatever I want. Even if it's to hold her in the air and twist her around and make her do silly stuff, she don't care. But if I were to try to do that after she's eaten or when she wasn't hungry, she'd be trying to scratch me and run away. They're on their best behavior when they don't have what you are getting ready to give them or what they anticipate on getting. Then afterwards, they don't care. It's whatever. Play her like an accordion. Yeah. If you have a sugar daddy that pays you each time you meet, how long should you wait to sleep with him? Until you have enough money to buy you whatever luxury vehicle you want. How about that? Or put the down payment on it or whatever. And have a few months saved up for the car note. Until you get more out of him than he's going to get out of you. Okay? That's when. Save that money. Put all of that money in a savings. Keep your money, stack it when you can go afford the down payment to your dream car in 2 months to 3 months. Car note, that's maybe. If you got even more money, go get you a nice place. Okay, you need to be driving up in something nice too. Okay, so that way, if he hits it and quits it, you driving nice, you driving luxury. That was the best sex I ever had. Got me a Range Rover. Got me a Benz. Where is he, girl? I don't care. Okay, that's when you do it. When you don't need him no more. The kitty. When you got what you wanted. No one cares if a man has sex with other women or goes ghost and doesn't have sex. The woman loses nothing because she didn't have sex. Exactly. We don't all we love. You do lose time. Now time you can't buy. Can't get back time. So you need to be being compensated for something. Yes. Yes, sex workers are cheaper. Community PP is very cheap. Yes. You will be probably the fourth or fifth person that day, and you get in and you get out and you pay. Okay. She understands her role and her job. She's good. You understand. You ain't the only one. Somebody probably been on her an hour before you did. Okay. So if that's what you want to pay for, that's how a lot of ladies make their living. And men are so physical, they don't care because their sex drive is so physical, they don't really care. Oh my God, community PB. They don't care unless it's someone that they really like or value. This is why men can't stay with a woman or take it if a woman cheats on him because that's his territory. He's claimed it. He don't want nobody else in it. He's invested in that. That's his. Nobody can touch it. He's invested years of hard work getting up, taking you to dinner, telling you don't look fat in your clothes. He done invested a lot. So nobody can touch it. But if he's going out to pay for a sex worker, he's just going for the physical pleasure only. He's paying his little money, bam, bam, in and out. Adios. I don't care. Thanks. on to the next. But when he invests in a woman and gives you time, energy, emotion, he don't want nobody touching his stuff. That's not the community PP. Okay. Community PP is strictly for physical release. Just like you have, like, just like most ladies have that work husband or that friend zone dude that you talk to and get that emotional bond with because the dude you're with is not giving you emotional bonds or times. You got that dude, just like he got prostitutes and exes or friends with benefits. Okay. So that's the equivalent. I said work husband. That's the equivalent, you know. So she just needs somebody to listen to her, to validate her, to make her feel special. He just need to release his energy somehow, some way, get it out the way, you know. Even if it's behind five other people that day, he ain't thinking about that. Alpha male strategy said keep it moving. Yeah, keep it moving. Hit the community P and keep it moving. You know. Hit the community and keep it moving. Hit the community center, hit the community gym, hit the community PP, hit the community pool, and keep it moving. Shoot, get you a membership. You might get a 2-for-1 special. You never know. Damn, men are nasty. They sure are. But that's how you should understand how valuable it is. They will risk their health, their very PP for a PP. I'm saying PP because I know Mickey says that, but a lot of people say kids watch this, so don't want to say. And plus, advertisers won't advertise if you're cussing and saying a lot of words that are inappropriate. Y'all know about my money. Okay. So that's how powerful it is. It will make them risk their lives. Pay some woman. Hey, the lady's gonna win either regardless. The lady is gonna win because she getting paid. But there's some out there that don't take care of themselves. They don't get their regular checkup, be on crack, be on that stuff. And they might, have a little something, something that they can't get rid of. And the man will risk all of that for some community PP because he doesn't want to or can't afford to invest properly into a woman. So you got to do something. Hey, kitty boo. Just nasty. Crack. You've been to Hong Kong, Tijuana, and it's really awesome. The girls are hot and cheap. Yeah, see, they will go out of the country. You know, they won't let you donate blood. I hope you know. They won't even take your blood, Trent Trill, because you've been with the community outside the country. You have international community PP. So you can't even give blood. The medical industry don't even want you. But you're supposed to be the prize. I told you how valuable it is, lady. Y'all don't believe me. He got to leave the country to even afford community PP. Now, that's sad when you got to leave the country to afford community PP. You on a budget. The cat sitting down here agreeing. Ain't that right? Stay proving her point. See, y'all just admit it. What's up, kitty? Velvet nose. Mm-hmm. That's right, Velvet. You gonna lick. You want to come back up? Come on. Come on, kitty. She wanted to sit on my lap. You need to order your food for tonight. We had Torchy's tacos delivered. It was good. She would need her own talk show. Yes, I do. Would you like? I don't know what channel I'd be on. What channel? Ah, OWN, Playboy, HBO, Netflix. I want a Netflix deal. And the royalties. Netflix, holla at me. BET, sorry, I don't want to go on BET. Okay. Don't be laughing. So when you understand that value, you won't feel so pressured anymore. You'll understand the game. You'll understand the phases of telling you what you want to hear, which are compliments. Then you'll hear the pressure, the guilt. After you get through the guilt, you're going to start to get the benefits. Okay. But you got to go through those first. Some men will skip the guilt and the pressure if they got money and get straight to the benefits because they know they're closer. Okay. Smart men with money skip all that extra stuff in the front, go straight to the money because they know they're that much closer because the woman needs the investment. Hey, boo. So, broke men, they got to do fake compliments. They got to lie. They got to make you feel guilty. They got to cuss you out. They got to ignore you first. All the stuff that alpha male strategies be telling y'all bums to do. Ignore her. Don't call her. Make her feel guilty. Tell you ain't got no time. Yeah, you got to have some money. Yeah, you got to take her on a date just to get her thinking you're going to invest. But a smart woman is waiting on the investment. Not all that other whoop-de-whoop. We waiting to get past that. You don't make it past that, you don't pass. We ain't finna call you, we're on to the next. Okay? We not finna ask why you ghosted us. We know why, because you broke. Okay? You can't afford this. Go get some community PP across the border. Good luck to ya. Okay? Hope none of your family members need you to donate blood. Okay. So all that stuff don't work. Like we already know, or I know, and I'm trying to tell y'all, so y'all gonna know. What the heck? Layla, you calling me? Layla called me. Okay. So maybe you can start it picking. Yes.
Hi, Mama.
Hi, baby. What you
I
want?
miss you.
I miss you too. Where are you?
I'm downstairs on the couch.
Okay. I'm making a video, right?
Hi, Mom.
Hi, baby. You want to see the kitty? Good.
Aww. She looks like what Michael Jackson. It's like, get off of me.
She's like, not right now. Just pet me.
Well, I love you, Mama.
I love you too.
Goodbye. I'll see you soon.
See you soon. Love you. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, you can play with the kitty. There, sounds silly. Oh, tell Sasha we need more songs. Sasha, they need more songs.
What about that rap?
You know, Sasha wrote a rap. We wrote a rap. But we got to practice it first. We'll practice it and get it together for you later. Can you teach us what men gurus are learning so we can... Hi, Kitty. They're not learning anything. I promise you. They learn how to... They're learning how to trick pick-me's. And if you a pick-me, then you got to worry. If you're not a pick-me, they ain't learning nothing. Okay? They're learning how to give you one meal, put the pressure on, put the guilt on, and then ignore you, ghost you, so that you wonder what happened and you seek validation, which you won't because you ain't a pygmy. Then they get what they want. But if you already moved on and got somebody already doing what they were supposed to be doing, then you didn't skip a beat. Okay? So if you just watch my videos, you already know what the deal is. Only pygmies will fall for that. Okay? Oh, where's my... I just made a song about the pygmies and the dusties. Where's my music? We gonna get a parody.
Remember the Michael Jackson parody?
Oh yeah, I can't find it. Where I do it?
That's our rap.
Oh, that's our rap. You've been right.
Hey, what is this?
Oh, this is it right here. Y'all read? Okay, let me read it first. Make sure it's okay. I'm gonna change that. I gotta change one lyric. Because that's kind of offensive. I got a new song for y'all.
Mama made the song up.
Shira, thank you for educating these women. I think it's great because so many fell into the trap. All need to pay attention. Okay, and ladies, even though the men are acting the opposite way of what you think they're supposed to be acting like when they want something from you, when they are looking for wifey, they don't want you to, everything that they're doing, they don't want their wife to do. Everything they're trying to convince you to do, they don't want their wife to do. Just keep that in your mind, okay? The wife or the person that they intend to marry. It's not a test. It's not a test. It is, I mean, all men will test you, but it's not a specific test. That's what I'm saying. All men will test you. You're not special if you get tested. They're going to test everybody, except the community, you know. People. They already know what that is. All right, so here we go.
So we have to enter my album.
This really don't go with this video. Maybe I should save it. Somebody put the music notes. So if you're a pygmy, yes, you will fall for the okie doke. You will seek validation. You have psychological dysfunction to begin with. So it's easy for somebody to take advantage of you. Okay? That's what those guys are teaching. How to take advantage of you and your psychological dysfunction and need for validation. Only pygmies will fall for it, like I said. If you're smart, you know the game, You've got 2, 3 lined up already in case this one is acting stupid. You just go on to the next, and to the next, and to the next. While they're wondering why you ghost them. Then they on his channel talking about it didn't work. She never called back. Crying on the phone. Shaky voice. Don't believe me? Go watch. Anyways. Okay, very dysfunctional childhood, but I'm learning now. Thank you, Sheila. Yeah. So you can have a dysfunctional childhood all you want, but if you know the game, you can bypass a lot of issues. Okay. You know, the other side of the door feeding ritual. Okay. Okay, y'all. I'm not being okay. I know this is probably, I don't even want to say politically incorrect, but I know this is just incorrect altogether. But if you want to know the best way to get a book on animals, okay, and how to train animals, how to correct behavior in animals. Okay,
I have to take this away.
It will help you understand the nature, the animalistic nature, the physical animalistic nature of men. Okay, I promise you. I'm not saying you're, well, we all are animals, but it will make you understand on a deeper level. Okay. What is the best way to cut a bad date short?
So you have to go to the bathroom and just run away.
Ghost them, like Sasha said. Besides that, Sasha, they're trying to be nice.
Saying I have a phone call. I'll be right back. And then you go. The same thing. Act very rude, and he was like, "I gotta go."
Have an emergency.
Like, I have an emergency. My mom is dying in the hospital. Yeah, I had to be there for her.
She's saying emergency. Pretend you have to call it. It's family emergency. Ask for gas money. Your daughter is so wise. Aww.
Thank you, wise.
I think I just come up with I'm sick. I don't feel good. I'm tired. I got a headache. You ain't got enough money.
Ghosting them really nice.
Just like just tell me migraines and you're having a really bad one. I have to go home. I'm having really bad migraine. Start shaking. And then start asking the waiter if they have like Excedrin or something. Oh my God, do you have any Excedrin? Oh, I gotta go to the store and get some Excedrin. It's just killing me. People do not want to be around people in pain that are going to be annoyed at them. If they really liked you, they'll let you get away from them and go handle your pain.
If you love me, let me go.
Say you're looking for marriage. No, because they'll play right into that. They'll tell you they're looking for marriage too, because that's what you want to hear. No, you gotta have a really bad headache and act like you're in intense pain.
But asking for marriage is good. It's like if they want to be free and want to party, it's like Well, bye. My patient is
Right.
yeah.
Have diarrhea. Have diarrhea.
That is very, very.
Say, I got diarrhea. I gotta go. Literally gotta go.
And then you just sneak under table.
Mm-hmm.
It said, "Oh, if they caught you, it said, oh, I dropped my purse. I dropped my earring.
Mm-hmm.
I do not know where it is," and then just go out the door.
Uh-huh. You have to work the night shift. I gotta go to work. Mm-hmm. Talk about devil worship. Like on Coming to America. Start rapping. My name is Peaches, and I'm here to say.
My name is grocery store, and I have to say this: we were having a really bad day.
Sasha, you so silly. Start rapping. Check, please. Y'all, you want to do your rap? You want to study it while I'm sitting over here? This is just your part. Then I'll do the second half. Remember?
Can I do the second half instead?
You'll read both of them and see which one you want to do. This one is written for you.
Oh, okay.
Y'all crazy. He probably what? Say that he act silly and embarrass him in front of other people at the restaurant. That's messed up.
Talk like loud like Quavo. Like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Start
I
acting.
need lemonade.
Start acting ghetto.
Fart in public. Not where.
You might as well have fun with it. If you bored, you might as well entertain yourself. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna entertain you. You entertain yourself.
Be like, okay, this I definitely don't care if I ever see him again. So let me have some fun. If you're just devious, take your wig off. Start scratching your head. Ooh, it's hot.
Like,
you don't mind, do you? And then start fanning yourself with the wig. What? I thought y'all said y'all like natural beauty. Act bipolar. Act bipolar, yeah.
Look, do you want lemonade? No, I do not. I want Pepsi Cola. How dare you?
Order Coke and then yell at the waiter because you wanted Pepsi. Then tell her, I'm bipolar. Wait. I hate being bipolar. It's awesome. That's what they say on Kanye West's new album cover. Okay. Do y'all know that I have a client who is chasing after a bipolar chick? This guy. He like, she bipolar, but I really want her back. And I love her. Yep.
I'm at my part.
Okay. Do you think you can say it or do it? See if you can get it in a beat in your mind. We don't have to have a beat on the phone. Are you going to mess it up? Memorize it. Okay. Your girlfriend was bipolar, schizophrenic, and she landed a man who paid all her bills. Okay. Is she a therapist? I think Most guys think women are bipolar anyway, so it's probably just
They have a pen.
yeah.
So I need to add something.
Okay. Start picking your nose. Ooh. Cut the date short. My moment. Your roommate is bipolar, tried to bum the house down, screaming, tried to burn the house down, screaming in the bathroom alone, laughing, banging on the walls in the middle of the night. He can have her. I had to call the NYPD. What?
Just get out of your chair or get out of your booth and just squat on the ground. Make weird face like this. That's what you should do, right?
Girl. Start talking to an invisible person. Ooh, start speaking in tongues.
Start speaking in thick Latin really loudly.
Ask them to pray and start speaking in tongues.
Or lift up your armpit and say, does my armpit smell good? Of course, if you could smell my armpit, you would say no.
I just really like you. Would you hold hands with me and pray? Then start praying loud like a preacher and then start talking in tongues. Start and say his name in the prayers. Lord, I pray for Jim. I pray for his wife that doesn't know that we're here. I pray for his children. I pray that he gives me that $200 he said he was going to give me if I came on this date. Yes. The name, the blood.
The blood.
Jim. Lord, forgive Jim. He may not know what he do. Jim. Amen. Amen. I feel so much better. Don't you, Jim?
You'd be like,
give my $200. Shira, you pray? I pray upon people, but I don't.
praise God.
I P-R-E-Y.
She don't pray to God. She prays to these.
I P-R-E-Y. I pray upon. I'm like, the predator or the prey. There you go. I'll pray, I'll act.
I have beautiful edges.
Okay, so tell him you psychic and you see his future. Oh yes, give him a free reading.
I'm gonna make his future bad and screaming out loud. Oh, you're gonna get a wife and 5 children that are bad.
Sure, please help. How can I get money fast from men on the second date? Get this book. I'm tired of saying this. Instant Influence. How to get anyone to do anything fast. Okay? This is book. Go get it. Go order it.
It's in a library. You should order it online.
I got it from the library. There you go.
You can order it, right?
Mm-hmm. You got to do your research. I can't tell you. I don't know who he is. I don't know his weaknesses. I don't know his vulnerabilities. I don't know him. You know him. You know how to get him. I don't. Okay? So I can't answer that question unless you want a consultation and you know him. By the second date, you should have been listening to him blab his mouth and got some type of hints and clues of how to get money. Mm-hmm. That book is $25. It was free at the library. I took my kids to the library so they can get some books, and I found me some too. Okay.
I don't really read my books, but
Go to eBay used, thriftbook.com or thrift books or whatever.
what am I doing? I got to get some practice.
They might have the PDF online for free. You never know. Yes. Listen to him talk. Listen to his childhood stories. Listen to his vulnerable points. Listen to what makes him emotional and then play off of that. Okay? That's what I would do. But the point is to be observant and listen. And you're playing chess, not checkers. Okay? Now, I tell women to act dumb, but you're not supposed to really be dumb. Okay? And a lot of people who don't understand what I'm saying, who are so appalled by what I'm saying, they don't listen to what I'm saying. They're just so offended right away that what I say uh, is morally, I'll just say morally, not in their standing. But a lot of women think I tell women don't go to school, don't get educated, depend on a man, and do whatever they say. And all you got to do is look good. That's what the dumb women think that I teach. Okay. The ones that don't really listen, the ones that's too busy on their channel being angry and yelling at the men that don't even want them. Okay. That's them. What I really teach is how to improve yourself, how to think, how to strategize, how to win at everything you do in life, how to trick people, how to get what you want first and foremost, to put yourself first. Act dumb, not be dumb. Okay. If I'm telling you to read books, study psychology, study Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, Robert Greene. If I'm telling you all that, you obviously are not being trained to be a dumb idiot. Okay. So all the women that think that or think they know who I am are the dumb ones. They're very stupid because they don't listen and they don't get the game. That's why they're stuck in their current situations because they're too busy being angry instead of being strategic. Okay. You can't be mad at anybody but yourself. And once you take that responsibility and you learn the game, you will never be without again. Okay. You're too busy and being angry. You can't help yourself. I can't help you if you're gonna sit there in anger. You gotta listen. You gotta get the strategy. You gotta put in the work. You gotta be smart. You can't be offended because you don't want to learn how to put on makeup and be feminine. You can't be offended if you want to wear a dirty t-shirt, leggings, and a bonnet outside and nobody wants you. You can't be offended at me. You can't be upset that I'm teaching women how to get the life that they deserve when you are angry and have nothing to show. Okay. So please, a lot of the ladies, a lot of the chicks that are mad at my channel, go look at their lives. I promise you, you will not trade places. I promise you. You won't. That's it.
Don't be offended at my mom because she knows best.
Thank you, Sasha. The guys don't care. They just here to see. Guys are smart. They here to figure out the game on both sides. They're not sitting here angry, not that angry. They might troll, then they might donate, then they might say something rude, but they'll be right back. And I don't mind. That's why I don't block them. But these women are too angry. They're not even getting the message.
The message is.
But yet they still gonna give it up on date 1 and 2, and then wonder why they're back in the same situation again. Hey, Chi-Chi.
My hair is burning.
I said play dumb, don't be dumb. I said have your job, don't tell them what you do. Okay? Start your own business with his money. Okay? Y'all, they don't hear that. Most investors never start up a company or a business Most people use other people's money to start up their own business. They get loans, investors. Okay, that's just business. That's good business. Okay. If they are too stupid to see that, that's their fault. I'm sorry. Okay, that's why you there and I'm here. Thank you, Colita Duncan. Thank you for all that you do. You are changing lives for the better. Thank you. They say what they say. Don't cast your pearls before swine. If you couldn't get them pearls because you swine, my bad. you know. Chi back there working on her rap. Shira, why do women fall for smoking weed dates? You don't know any better. Send them to my channel. They won't do that again. At least not after watching about 3 videos. How would you deal with an angry father? Do you need his money? That's my first question. What is a smoking weed date? Exactly what it sounds like. Exactly what it sounds like.
The way you're making me feel, instrumental.
No. I can't have that on here.
Why?
Copyright.
Oh.
I just have to sing it and change the lyrics and the tone and the beat. Maybe the notes.
No, you can sing it.
I deserve the Nobel Peace Prize. Oh, thank you. Exactly. You never said not to have any education on you. I just said lie about it. I just said don't intimidate the man. I just said play dumb. I said use his money, save yours, but they don't hear that. They hear what they want to hear because they want to. That's okay. Those are the type of women that blame other people for their problems. They don't want to look at themselves. They want to see what I do as negative because they can't be wrong. Their ego is too strong. Cool. So instead of hearing what I said, they hear what they want to hear. Just like when their man is cheating or doing something wrong, they see what they want to see. Okay, just like when their man leaves them and tell them they ain't never coming back, they feel that man still loves them and that's their soulmate. Okay, that's what they pick and choose to see. That's what they also pick me's. Pick me's also pick and choose what they want to hear and see. Okay. Sasha, you want to do your rap? Now, let's wait till the next video so we can get it together really good, okay?
Yes, do this.
This is a song dedicated to all the pick-me's and dusties.
Mostly pick-me's.
Dedicated to the
pick-me's.
To my favorite entertainer of all time, Michael Jackson, MJ. It's going to be sang in the tune of The Way You Make Me Feel.
The way you make me.
Hold on, let me clear my throat. I hope I don't get copyrighted for this.
You will not because...
Okay. Hey, pick me sure with the bonnet on. You give me ratchet like I never ever known. You're just the product of pick me life. You ain't the one for me. The way you're making me ill. The way you make me ill. You're really turning me off. Really turn me off. You know you need some lotion on them feet.
Oh, sorry.
You know your edges are gone. You know them edges are gone. I shall. I'm sad on keeping this classified. 'Cause you're a huge pick me, the way you're making me feel. Really turning me off. You need some lotion on them bare feet. You know your edges are gone. Ain't nobody's business. All right, y'all. I hope y'all like that. Michael will be proud. Yay! When you gonna drop an album? What should I name my album?
Pick me large.
The Dusty Print. Like the blueprint. The dust print.
A dusty and a pick me equals abomination. Abomination.
The dust print. Michael Trapton should make a video for that. What's a pick me? A pick me is a woman. Y'all tell them what a pick me is. I'm tired.
Me?
It's just a pick me is a desperate woman who will do anything to get a man, even keep him while he's cheating, pay half bills, and do whatever because she's lucky to have him. Just someone that's doesn't know their worth or value and just desperate.
After they hear all the
and they wear a bonnet like they don't care what they look like. They come out the house looking all kind of crazy in pajamas. What? In bonnets on?
If they
house slippers.
If the pick-me's heard you, they say to their man, "I ain't your mama."
Mm-hmm. Saw a woman in a bonnet in Saks Fifth Avenue. Oh no.
In Austin, I saw someone in emoji. Well, no, not Austin, Walmart.
Yeah, that's typical in Walmart.
The pick me shop. On Saturday.
The pick me shop. McDonald's in the playground area. You know you had pajamas. No, you know you had pajamas on when you walked out that door. You ain't the one for me, the way you're making me ill. I like it. I like my favorite verse in here was I like the first verse, and then I'm set on keeping this classified. Like, don't tell nobody. I don't even want to be known to be in the same presence in the area as you.
Right? You know, you had pajamas. Did you know you had pajamas when you walked out that door?
Y'all should hear the rap we made for the trolls.
Mm.
Our rap is fire. We got bars.
Bars? Echo bar? Poopa disco. Poop that tea poop. Poop the scoop the poop. Poop the scoop the poop. What did he scoop poop?
They said go ahead, sing it. Sing the rap.
You really want to do the rap now?
Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can find a free YouTube beat for copyright purposes. Free. Say yay.
What the heck?
YouTube audio library.
I don't have a lot of time to tell you. If you switch to Liberty Mutual, you can...
Shut up, lady. That's too mellow. I need a beat. No, not that kind. Mm-hmm. Wiggle, wiggle. Nope. Anyway, Sasha, are you practicing your verse?
I practiced my verse like 2 times. I think I can remember it.
The cat practiced.
Okay, well, let's sing.
Let me see is this it? Okay.
Mhm.
We need a Rick Ross beat. Bonnet snatching. Oh
Once upon
no.
a time, a dusty snatched a pygmy's weave, and then the pygmy beat him up with the weave. The end.
What, Sasha? Say it again.
Louder?
Uh-huh.
Once upon a time, there was a dusty. He snatched off a pygmy's wig, and the pygmy started beating him up with the wig. The end.
I thought that was a bonnet.
You want to sing me, Bob? Was it more funny?
Sure.
You want me to do it?
Mm-hmm.
Once upon a time, there's a dusty snatching off a pygmy's bonnet, and then the pygmy beats him up with the bonnet. The end.
The end.
Of the dusty.
The end of the dusty. Like that beat, Cheech?
Okay, so I start now.
Mm-hmm.
So you want?
Wait. Get on beat. 1, 2, 3.
So you want to troll on this little kid? Ooh, your metro phone disconnected, like you off the grid. Clowning on this kid's hair while you in public in a bonnet. Can't use your plates because you know roaches have been on it. Yo, mama called and told you dog that chicken out, but you forgot, and your mama about to knock you out. I was a little choppy. Wait, I forgot.
Skirt. Okay, I gotta start mine with. Okay, let me get my beat back. When you said you was gonna make it rain, all I heard was pennies falling, people screaming out in pain.
We don't have pennies.
Don't even know why you even still have a wallet. Your 2 for $20 Applebee's been done expired. Before you go wanting home back to mama, tell a Lil Sasha sent you this time and not your baby mama. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Bonetta. Bye, Pygmisha. Bye, Dusty.
Bye, Tyrone. We got Tyrone.
Gotta read the whole rap. Y'all, did y'all hear? Okay, I'll tell y'all the whole rap. It says, so you want to troll on this little kid? Metro phone disconnected like you off the grid. Clowning kids' hair while you in public in a bonnet. Can't use your plates because roaches been on it. Your mama called you, told you thaw out that chicken. No, your mama called you and told you thaw that chicken out, but you forgot. Now mama about to knock you out. Skirt. That was Harsha's verse. And then mine was, when you said you was gonna make it rain, all I heard was pennies falling, people screaming out in pain. Didn't even know why you still have a wallet. Your 2 for $20 Applebee's done been expired. Before you go home running back to mama, tell a Lil Sasha sent you this time and not your baby mama. No. If we were real rappers and we had real beats, I think that would have been good. But
The picnics we have today.
we're the ghostwriters. We'll just hire a rapper. Nikki could never. Aww. So, yeah, we need a Rick Ross beat for that one. We need Maybach music.
We did the top of the Maybach. Ain't gonna stop.
I
I took the top of the Maybach.
We need a DJ Khaled beat.
DJ Khaled. I took the top of the Maybach. I took the top.
Okay, Sasha.
Another one.
Another one. Sasha likes to write parody songs. It's like a hobby. We always do that. It doesn't matter what the subject is. We'll pick a subject and write parodies with any song. It's just fun. So, who wears a bonnet in 2018? Sorry, y'all traumatized me.
You're sorry.
No. You missed the rap. You missed the rap.
Want to read it? Want to do it again?
No. I
You want to
don't.
read it again for her?
No, I don't.
I'll do the whole thing then.
No, you got to memorize it, Sash, because every time because I think we have to memorize this for it to be good, because reading it does not work.
She missed the rap. I just said.
Okay, so, yeah. Make it hail change. See? We got to put that in there. Make it hail, not make it rain, because you throwing change. You make it hail, and you don't even make it rain.
She was trying to bite me.
You can't even make it rain. You make it hail because you throwing all up. Because you always throwing change. There, did you write that?
Ugh.
That's bars. That's bars.
No, you write that. You have better handwriting than me.
Can't even make it rain
Write that down, and I'll talk to
because
you.
you throwing. Oh. Mhm. Let's see. You make it hail. Hail. Instead of make it change. Instead of make it rain. Make it hail. Make it hail. Instead of making it rain. Because all you have is your pocket change. Okay. You make it hail instead of making it rain because all you have is your pocket change. Okay. We'll work on it. But that's a good lyric. You should have a pick me challenge so we can win some U-Haul stuff. Any suggestions if you don't have space or privacy? Get your own place.
What does a pick me start off its head? There's two answers.
Make a, what do you call it? Temporary. Shira, do men with money judge young women for having an old car? How many times have y'all asked me this question?
1,000 times. Once for me. Don't.
Pick me versus gold digger. Here's my thing. If you have an old car that you're ashamed of, then you need to be saving up to get you a new car.
And I'm just spending.
Okay? Like, I'm not going to sit here and drive no car I'm ashamed of. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I will find a way. We'll find a way.
But just don't carjack, guys.
No, I will find a way besides that. I will find a way. Okay. Trade that thing in. Go put you a down payment on another one. Okay. Then have him pay the bill. I'm seeing a pro athlete, the do's and don'ts. Don't ask him where he been. Don't ask him to call. Don't ask him to text. Don't ask him who he talking to. Don't ask him who he texting. Don't ask him for no money. Let him give it to you. Don't ask him for much. Don't ask him for anything. Let him offer it. Don't always be available either. And don't give it up. Make him wait. Make him beg. You already gave it up. Don't unpack. Don't get comfortable. All right. What if he's not rich but wants to buy you everything you want? Then let him buy it. Maybe he got a credit card or expense account. Okay. So you say Cardi B was still in that song? So she might could do a better job than I could. Shoot. But honestly, ladies, if you just came to this video, you really gotta wait till it finishes uploading the whole thing and then go back and rewatch it because a lot of y'all are just like walking around with bubbles in your head, air bubbles, like literally. Like some of y'all don't even have to act dumb. Y'all are. And I'm here to get you more information. Okay. So you know better. And it's not your fault. You're young. You don't know any better. But at least you're trying to figure it out and learn. And some people just aren't. Yeah. Hi, Kitty. So make sure you're always putting yourself first and you understand how valuable you are and don't give it up. Don't give it up until he's invested so much that you win if he walks away. And don't ask me when to give it up. Don't ask me how much, when, da da da. When you will leave with a lot more than you walked in with, and he loses and you win. That's when, if you even want to. Or you can move on to the next person and start all over. So don't ask me again. I keep telling y'all, please stop asking me that question. When you can go and get any luxury car you want, that's when you go give it up. When he has given you that much money, when you can go put that down payment and pay up 3 months, when you got 3 months of that car note that he is giving you, plus insurance, whatever, tax. When you can drive off in your luxury dream car, that's when you may think about giving it up. Not for a bottle of wine, not for a 5-star restaurant, not for a plane ticket for you to come and see him. Okay. He might have free miles. Okay. That he just get by spending money on his credit card. And you think, oh, this fancy us a plane trip. I ain't never been on a plane except to go to my mama sister cousin funeral. Okay. So no. When you can drive off the lot in a nice car by saving all the money he's been giving you. Or when you can look back and say, ooh, look at all these nice clothes, nice shopping. I've been to every 5-star restaurant. I've had vintage wine. I have some nice, jewelry. That's when, okay, when you can leave winning. Not when he can leave winning. But when you can leave winning, and he would be stupid to leave the investments that he's put in and have to go start all over with another person. That's when you give it up. Okay. Mhm. When he asked for prenup, should we leave? If someone's asking for a prenup, my best thing, if you don't want it, then don't sign it. Say, no, I'm sorry. I don't want a prenup. Because unless you put in the prenup that you actually put a set amount that you want if you divorce them. So it works two ways. Okay, if you want a prenup, then if you cheat and get caught, then I get A, B, C, and D, you know, whatever. So you could put what you want in the prenup too. It's not just his way. Yeah, just say, okay, if I'm not leaving in with what I came in with, I'm leaving in with a luxury vehicle, I'm leaving with six figures, and I'm leaving with whatever. If you got any type of business or company, uh, 15% of it. That's it. You can make the rules with a prenup. Mhm. See, he don't think you're smart. He just thinks you're going to sign it. But if you're smart, you already know it will work in your advantage. But if you don't want to sign one, I mean, you'll have to fight for what you want unless you've been married a certain amount of time or certain circumstances. So it can benefit both people as long as you understand that. What about the girl who came? Wait, wait. I like to ask, how should a man feel when asking a lady, does she have kids? And she lies when dating. How should a man feel when a lady says she has kids and she lies when what that question you got to rewrite it because it is not able to be understood. Okay, so I don't know how to answer it because it's not written correctly. Some use the same lawyer and there's nothing to negotiate. Okay. Okay, you worked at an estate planning law firm. Okay. So yeah, and also, what do you want in life? If you want something, make sure you're getting it. Mhm. A lawyer would not allow you to have the same lawyer anyway. Good point. Okay, so yeah, all y'all got to do is understand your value, stop giving it up, understand the psychology and that sex drives between men and women are totally different. Hey, hmm. You have any more questions? Because I'm about to end it before I go. Will he feel special if he becomes your first? No, he's not a woman. Okay. He'll feel special for the moment. And that's it. For that one moment. For that day. After that day, maybe 2 days. After that, that's it. It's on to the next. All right. That's not true. It is true. Shut up. Are you still with your first love? Are you still with the virgin that you took virginity? Ryan, you still with the virgin? That's what I thought. You feel special for a week, maybe? She moved to the moon. Exactly. She went to the moon. So, no, he won't feel special unless it's for that day or 2 days. Then when he's done, it's on to the next. So sell it, don't give it. Or make somebody really invest in for you and really invest into you. He'll brag about it. That's it. Okay. Ooh, I got a virgin. But I had to let her go because they get clingy and crazy. That's all they're gonna say. I had a virgin. It was uh but I gotta let her go because she gonna end up clingy and crazy. That's all they say. Mhm. So don't even bother. What if you just mess around but no sex? What's mess around? Mhm. I mean, that's to me it's so high school. Like if you're in high school, if you're in college, if you got game, nope. If you're in college, if you're in high school, go ahead, do what you gotta do. If you got game, no. You don't mess around. You don't let you let them sit next to you. They could give you a shoulder massage. You can lay your head on their shoulder. But if you give them any type of gratification, like exchange sexually, even if it's not penetration, it ruins the entire behavior that you're trying to create. Okay. Because now, once again, they think you do this with everybody and that you're a tease. And they might not get what they're investing in. Okay. So, no, I don't recommend it. I think no good. hmm If you date someone, they take you on a trip, do you tell them that you need your own room until you are at that point where they have invested plenty? Yep. Already expect to have your own room. Don't even ask. Expect. Oh, I would love to visit da 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 da. Da," okay. So we'll get adjoining rooms. Tell them you'll get adjoining rooms. See if they have any adjoining rooms. That means don't even try it. Mhm. But to them, it means you might open that door. To you, it means it's a lock on that door, but you still think you might get some. So, teasing wrong guy can be dangerous. So can prison. Okay. If he don't have self control, oh well. Oops. Okay. If you don't have self control, you know how to call a popo. Call the police. I said no. No, it's no. Bye bye. There's no excuse for that. Yep. Close the door, lock it. It's for your own good. Yeah. Don't mess around. I don't recommend it. Mm-mm. Don't even get in the same bed unless you're fully clothed with about 5 layers on. Don't even bother. Thank you. If you did mess around and he's still trying, can you redeem yourself? Yeah, stop messing around. Don't do it again. To me, this is like high school. Are y'all in high school still? I know y'all are new to this, but when you have a goal and a mission, you can't do that stuff. You got to get what you came for first. Okay? Got to get what you came for first. You don't, if you leave, you might leave empty handed. I'm late, so how long should you, I'm late, so how long till you should mess around? And when you can drive off the lot in your luxury vehicle and have a couple of months saved up to put towards that car note until he's invested quite a lot, until you don't need him anymore because you got what you wanted. Until if he leaves you, he's stupid after everything he's invested. You will always leave winning, but you don't do any of that until you got what you came for. Okay. If you don't leave with anything, at least you didn't give it up. At least he didn't leave with something either. But you can't get that time back. So hmm never give it up. They're judging you, whether they're telling you they love you or not. They're judging you. Okay, just understand this. Oh, I love you. I think you could be the one. I feel a connection. Blah 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 blah. You so beautiful. Come on. Um, Everything they're saying in that moment is a lie. Do not believe. Okay. Then they'll try to make you feel guilty. You're just a tease. Well, I spent $100 on you, and do you even like me? And that's why I don't like women like you. Or that's why you're a gold digger. Or that's why you single. Okay. After they guilt you, then they'll try to ghost you to make you feel like you can't keep a man and you messed up and you need to call him and give him what he wants. And when you don't call him, then they come back asking for a second chance. Can I? I'm so sorry. Can I have another chance? Uh, I'll do anything. Now you got him. Now you got him. When he called you back after he tried to pull the okey doke and ghost you, thinking you was gonna call him and give him what he wanted. Now he's calling you back. Now you call the shots. Okay, well, there's Beyonce's coming to concert. Beyonce and Jay Z on the Run Tour too. I've always wanted front row tickets to see Beyonce. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that. Cause you know what? I love that song. What's that song? Partition. That just make me want to get freaky. Okay, I'm gonna go get some tickets right now. Okay. Now you got tickets to Beyonce. Okay. You still don't give it up. Oh, hey. That concert was awesome. Thank you for taking me. You're a really nice guy. Well, you want to go out again? Sure. What do you want to do? I've always wanted to go to Disney World. I always want to go to Hawaii. Well, I got some vacation time coming up. Oh. Now he think, oh, she finally gonna give it to me. Nope. Well, I can't go to Hawaii, but I can go to Galveston. Oh, I heard they have a nice place to shop there. Yeah, sure. Let's go this weekend. Now you going shopping. Okay. hmm So If I got the book at the library today, Instant Influence. The library. Yeah, the library. You did? You went and got it too, girl? All right. I want a horse, but having pets always goes left for me. So get a cat. I will never emotionally invest in a man again. Hmm. Girl, if he's whining about $100, you damn sure gonna see B. Exactly. You you ain't going to CB. He can open. He can get a credit card. Okay, he can max out whatever he got. He can dip into that rent like they do anyway. Oh, but yeah, if he was complaining about $100, you might not want him back. Newlyweds, y'all. Newlyweds are totally different in America versus other cultures. Okay, because we newly people that marry, all most of them have lived together already for years before. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit different here. I can't tell you. I lived with James for 5 years before we got married. Okay. So I don't know about no newlywed. I mean, you get nice gifts, you get some crystal, you got some nice gift cards to go shopping from your bridal shower and your wedding gifts. You get some new pots and pans and some new dishes. And to me, that's what it is. Like in America, people live together first. We sleep together before we get married. So I can't tell you what it's like to be a newlywed, but I can tell you what it's like to be a new girlfriend. You're not expected to cook and clean, that's for sure. A guy asked you on a coffee date and you remember your advice. I told him I don't do coffee dates. What did he say? Did he ghost you or did he ask you out properly? In Muslim culture, you can't live together until you're married, so just need advice. Um, Start off how you want your marriage to be. Don't start doing all this extra stuff if that's not what you want to do. And I think I told you this yesterday. If you don't like doing certain things, don't start off doing them. Because that's what they're going to expect. So start off how you want the marriage to be. Okay. If you don't like doing certain things, cooking, cleaning, whatever, don't do it. Don't even do it. Do not start off how you want the marriage to be. Set your standards in the beginning. Mhm. Okay. Thank you, Oprah of Leveling Up. I think it's the same girl from yesterday asking me the same thing, you know. Like I can't tell you how to be somebody's slave. I can't do it. Okay? I can't tell you how to be a man's servant unless he's giving you lots of money and you enjoy cooking and cleaning. I can tell you how to scam them. I can tell you how to never ask. Like I told you yesterday, burn all the food you cook if you don't like cooking. Break every dish when you start washing. Make it, use dirty, stinky mop water when you mop. Be a bad housekeeper. They will never ask you to clean, cook, or wash again. Hmm. So, yeah, no laundry. Could I buy food and demand that I cook them? Could I buy prepared food and claim that I cooked them? With his money? Sure, go buy the food with his money and claim you cooked them. He said, "How about a five-star restaurant after you decline the coffee date?" Awesome. Did you say yes? Sure. See, they will try you. And when you reject it, most of the men will come correct. But he could have got you for coffee. He could have got you in public to be seen in public with you for a coffee. And some women probably took that. But guess what? You get to go eat 5 star, okay? With valet and stuff. Sure, you should plan a trip to Dubai. Okay, somebody pay for it. I'll go. Dress it up nice on the plate. Yup. Put a sprig of rosemary in it. Look like you did it. You be wanting to have sex, Hannah. Hannah E. Okay. I don't know how old you are. Or how old are you? Because if you're young, that's understandable. But if you're older, you gotta play strategy. Mhm. A Dusty offered to take you to an amusement park since he's been working a lot of overtime. An amusement park? Is it Disneyland or Disney World or Universal Studios? Because that's the only one I want to go to. Amusement park. Okay. I don't even want to go to no Six Flags. Like, take me to Disney or Universal. Unless it's one of those, I don't want to go. It's too hot. Mhm. Six Flags? Oh no. How old are you? 15? No. Is he renting out the amusement park? Exactly. No, that's not a good date. It's too hot. It's a bunch of kids. You gotta wait in line. No. He gonna see you sweating. You like the water park? I think water park can be a little fun because it's cool. It's a fun date. Make sure you hit that gift shop. Yeah, hit that gift shop. Get the food. Yes, dog.
What's the kid say? The beautiful,
Kitty.
gorgeous, majestic kitty.
Mhm. Can't wear makeup at the water park. Yep, they got waterproof makeup. They got waterproof makeup. Mhm. Then he had the nerve to send me a picture of his lips explaining what he oh Lord. Overtime. If he gotta work overtime to take you to an amusement park, it's time to go. It's time to no, say no. First of all, if someone telling you they working overtime, that's a red flag.
What's the word flag mean?
That means danger, danger, abort mission. You told him off and blocked him. Good. Why do a Dusty have your number?
Why do the
Make
Dusty-
make sure your wig is attached good if you go on a ride. Ooh, that happened to my mom. Back in the 70s. She said she was on a roller coaster and her wig fell off. I said, I wish I was alive to see that. I would have been laughing.
I wish my wig fell off.
Mm-mm.
Then I have beautiful hair underneath, like you do, Mom.
Aw, thank you. Yes, very certified Dusty with the seal. Yup. Those dates are for established couples, not people getting to know each other. Yeah, that's true. Like I wouldn't even feel comfortable going to a water park with someone or an amusement park. It's kind of weird. You know,
Unless you're going with
unless I'm 15 and I know you from school and I see you every day in the hallway and I've had a crush on you since the 8th grade,
What the heck?
then we could go to the amusement park. Oh, wow.
You have to trust the person.
Mm-hmm.
Real good. Not just for like one day. It's like, oh, I trust you. I'm picking you. I'm gonna take you to a water park. A water park of doom.
At 44, should you give up looking for a man?
No.
J-Lo is 47.
J-Lo.
Okay. Oh, she just got her a good one. Okay.
She got the man with the narrow.
She got some De Niro now. Mm-hmm. Actually, she's 48. Excuse me.
She's 6 times
J-Lo
eight.
is 48. Dinero. Oh, look at her before and after pictures. She looked better at 48. Applause. Look at that.
She aged in reverse.
Mm-hmm. That's money. What?
Like my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
She does look better now. Let's see her net worth. Wow. She's worth $360 million. Let's see how much her boyfriend worth. He's worth $480 million. Yeah. Finally got someone worth more than her. Let's see how Mark Anthony was worth. Mark Anthony was only worth $40 million. No wonder she had to get out of there. Mm-hmm. Let's see how much Ben Affleck is worth. He's only worth $105 million. So she worth more than all her exes probably put together. A-Rod finally. A-Rod has more than her. Finally, she got somebody with more money than her. You go, girl. Now she look happy. Mm-hmm. She makes most of her money on fragrances. I'm sure she does. Every Christmas, every birthday, every holiday, people buy perfume. Okay, so she's 48. She just got a multimillionaire worth more than her. Let's see other celebs that are 48. Celebrity women who are, I'll say 44. Let's go for 44. Okay. Kate Beckinsale, Tyra Banks is 44. Who else? Some of these are guys. Nas is 44. What? Penelope Cruz. Ashwana Rai Bashan. Ashwana. Eva Mendes is 44 dear. What was
Jackson is over 50.
it? Kate Moss is 44. Phaedra Parks is 44. Debrat. Rose McGowan is 44. Who that? Nev Campbell. These are all like 90 stars. Wow. Okay, kitty, bye. Why is she meowing like that?
Oh, some of these are really do not age backwards.
I know. Who else? Who's that? Posh Spice. Dave Chappelle. Who's that? Who is that? I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Okay, well, I mean, there's a lot of women that are that age and still out there looking good and able to get a man. I don't see
And
any
you
reason why you can't find a
and you
man.
can be that too.
Hey, Sasha, Charlize Theron. Okay, so I don't see why you can't. Taraji P Henson is 47. Hmm. And look, if y'all are 44 and y'all don't look like them, you still can. Okay, you gotta take care of yourself. Put yourself first, and you can start looking
Put
better.
yourself up on your feet.
It's not impossible.
Anything is possible. Please boost off.
It's so frustrating. It's not frustrating. You just gotta do it. You gotta ask yourself, wouldn't it be great or wouldn't it be awesome if I looked a 27 instead of, 24 instead of 44 or at least 34? You got to ask yourself that. And then when you say yes, because you will, then you need to start moving towards that goal. You know, it's not hard. You just got to make one decision in order to be selfish. Put yourself first. That's about it. I'm pretty sure all these women put themselves first. I'm pretty sure J Lo put herself first. I'm pretty sure. Okay, yeah, I know she do. I'm pretty sure Mariah Carey puts herself first. She's what, same age, 47 or 48. I'm pretty sure all these chicks, Victoria Beckham put herself first. You just got to put yourself first. Okay? If you don't, it will be frustrating. Right. Angela Bassett. So, yes, just make that choice. Make that change, like Michael says. Gonna make a change. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Hey, kitty. Hey, kitty. My cat. What does it mean when they suggest that you are too old for me? What does it mean when they suggest they are too old for me? Um, how old are you? Are you speaking, how are you talking to them? Do you sound immature? You know, are you J-Lo will steal your man and sing to you at the same time. Steal. Got a message. Hold on. Who goes freestyling looking like this? Oh, what? Mickey. She must be out. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Mm. Oh wait, she's not on here. I gotta actually text her back. Are you on here? Okay. That keeps a man chasing too. Hmm. It's easier to retain a husband you already have or get a new one. Is it easier to? It should be both. Like, hi kitty. But it's probably easier to keep the one you got. My ex from many years ago actually told me he wanted me to be selfish and I could not do it to save my life. And I'm finally learning. Good for you. Do it. So Yeah, if you're older and you feel like you want to start over or get, into the dating field again, and you want to look better or you want to, level it up, then do it. And you're never too old. You're never too old. Unless you're hooked up to some type of apparatus or machine, you're not too old. Unless you're carrying around an oxygen tank with you, you're not too old. Hey, Mickey. Okay, I see you in here now. Plastic surgery can only do so much. Well, I don't. I really feel like, honestly, after the whole year, you know, of really trying to, better myself, I think putting yourself first is something that a lot of women need to learn how to do. Really got to learn how to do it. Okay. Do I tell the cleaning ladies? Yep. They don't come in here. uh, mhm. And just if you, and also when you're older, just because you don't look super old, are your looks dated? Like, are your looks dated? Do you do enough? Do you glam up enough? Things like that. Because you might look good for your age, but you still might not be able to attract the type of man you want because you have not changed in order to do so. So that also has a lot to do with it. Cool. You the baby. It always the guys who don't have a chance who go for it. Right. Met him online, wants you to be with him in the US. We live on the other side of the world. He's gonna buy a ticket for me. What to do, what to ask. I've known him well enough. Ask for his address. Get his address and Google Earth. Google Earth Math. Google Earth Map, because he might be living in the hood.com. Okay. Get his get his address. Tell him you want to mail him something, and then Google Earth. If you do Google Earth, you can get the picture of his house and the surrounding area. 360 view. Because I had a client that someone did that, told her to come, live here, I'll marry you, and then had her working while he lived with roommates. They lived in a house with roommates, had her working too. In no, better go figure it out. Go get a dress, and then ask him for some money. Yep. Remember, men who can afford women in their own country don't look outside of it. Okay. Or they look outside of it to exploit you. Remember that. If a man is a loser in his own country, why do you want him? That's my question. If he can't get a woman where he is, there's something wrong. Okay. Because America has lots of women that don't require a plane ticket. Okay. So just understand there's something off. Mhm. A Western woman is expensive. Exactly. And do you know what guys say about women on the other side of the world or in other countries? You should go look at my old videos when I talk about those things. They say y'all are submissive, y'all cook and clean. Uh, what else do they say? Y'all don't ask for nothing. What else? Basically, you're just a discount chick. Like, so don't fall for it unless the dude has money. Then you can come over here and do whatever you need to do. We are dumb and uneducated, and that's what they think. Yep, they think you're dumb, don't want nothing, don't won't ask for anything, will do whatever they tell you, will cook and clean and iron their underwear and wash their clothes and cook home cooked meals when they get home. They got food to eat. Um, give them sex every night and then never ask for anything. Be happy with their mediocre job, living in an apartment. That's what they think you will accept because we won't. You're just a unsuspecting victim to them. She wrote, "What Shira made mistake of letting my man know my house and car are paid off. You made the mistake of letting that man know your. That's not a mistake. You told him that are paid off. You was probably bragging when you said it too, weren't you? But now that you found me, I, what kind of expenses can I make up to get him to do more for me? Hmm. Well, you could say you took out a loan, an auto loan or whatever, like borrowed against your car, and then now you got payments again. Um, you could say they give. You could say you had a pay cut at work and you're not making as much money anymore because they had to cut back, or it was either that or be let go. So I had to take a pay cut. I got student loans now. If you're too old to have student loans, then um, hospital bills for your mama. Don't say credit card debt because then he'll just see you as irresponsible. Just say you have hospital bills for your mom. You have you had to get a title loan, and they cut your pay at work, and you need help. There you go. So they said they needed someone normal so that the month off. What? You like those ideas already? Good. Just stuff he can't verify or stuff he, can't really check into. But when you tell him, you got to be emotional about it. Took out a second mortgage. So that way you get your car note back, you get your mortgage back, you make less money now, and you got to pay some hospital bills for your mother. So now he can actually pay for more stuff. Oh, I know you're having a hard time right now. Let me buy that for you. Let me buy your groceries. Let me pay for this. Let me take you shopping. Let me do this. You know, he'll help more. And mm, So, what up? Don't give up. Oh, just signing in. Okay. Well, you came at the end because I'm about to get off. I need a man who makes twice as much as you. Good. That's how it should be, or at least a little bit more. I mean, a lot of bit more. Because if you get a raise, then what? You'll probably won't catch up to him, right? But if it's only a little bit more, you'll catch up to him and maybe even pass him. His wife is sick and he's shopping for new women. Who? What? Oh yeah, that happens a lot. See, that's what I told you. When I was in the funeral, oh my God, men, that y'all will understand while I do what I do. Okay, I've seen men, wife in the hospital dying of cancer, and he's out calling escorts and hookers to the hotel while she's next door in the hospital, dying. Then I've seen true story. I've seen hey kitty, men leave when they find out their wife have cancer. Hmm. Um, what? That's why you savage. Be savage. Be savage to the day you die. Hmm. I remember, okay, when I worked in the funeral business, this lady was so messed over by men, she committed suicide and left her 2-year-old child without a mother because she couldn't keep the baby dad. She couldn't keep the daddy. Okay. And nobody could afford her funeral to ship her back home. So she sat in our funeral home for a month. A month. Baby had to go to foster care or orphanage or something. Mhm. You didn't think it. So I've seen it from life and death. I've seen a pick me's death. I've seen Dusties at funerals in handcuffs because they had to come out of prison to go to their mama funeral, and then they get with cops sitting next to them and go right back. I've seen people. I mean, just crazy stuff. Okay, I have seen both sides of it. I have seen before there was GoFundMe. Before there was GoFundMe. Okay, that's when I worked in the funeral business before there, because they didn't have no insurance. They didn't have enough money to have funerals. They didn't have GoFundMe. So they would come to the funeral home, dusty, saying, "Well, we don't have enough money to bury our, mama or whatever. What do we do? Like, y'all have a discount, blah 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 blah." So at the funeral home that I worked at, my boss, like he would talk trash when they leave, but he had a list of churches for them to go to and beg money from. He he was telling them how to go get money from every church until they got enough, then come back. He said he ain't gonna give no free funeral, but he'll tell you where to go big. Okay. What?
Question.
Yes, darling.
Are bonnets French?
Bonnets? I don't know. Go look it up. Could be.
You know those French hats they wear kind of look like bonnets.
Yeah. The original bonnets. That's what they're called. Yeah. But now this is like a whole another ratchet generation of bonnets. Okay, so the so they would have to go from church to church begging for money, and most churches would only give them about $100 to $200, and funerals are thousands of dollars. So they had to beg and beg and beg, sell some stuff, title loans, all that good stuff. Then come back, and If they still didn't have enough, he cut him a deal like, okay, well, we can't have no funeral, but I can cremate her, and you can just come pick up the ashes. That's the best we can do. Hi, baby. And but he wasn't finna give no charity. And then when they leave, he start walking around cussing, talking about him, and he was he was like, these these broke ass mother blah 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 blah. You know, it's a shame. It's pathetic. You ain't lying, okay? So yeah, they will talk about you as soon as you walk out. They'll be all professional to you. Oh, I'm so sorry in your time of loss. Oh, well, here's a list of churches that you can go to for help. Then they cussing you out as soon as you leave, okay? And laughing at you. I'm sorry to tell you. Prepaid is the way to go, yes. You've seen Mickey's channel. That woman is savage. You ain't mad though. Okay. Yes. So I'll give y'all another pick me funeral. I think I told y'all that story about the wife. No, no, no. I think I told you that story already. This this pick me was with this Dusty. I guess they had babies together, and he was with her while her mom was sick. She was taking care of her mom, and when her mom finally died, he thought she was gonna get some type of inheritance. But the mom had borrowed against her policy, so she actually owed money. So she didn't have any money. So he beat her up, and I don't know. She was in some type of motel living with her kids. And she told me because she had come back to the funeral home to get the death certificates. And she's like, she had like a black eye. I was like, what happened to you? Oh, and then she told me the story. I'm like, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Um, but yeah, a lot of crazy stuff. That's why I will never be with a Dusty because you might not even get buried, baby. You might not even be able to get a proper funeral dealing with Dusties, okay? Think about that. You might not even be able to get cremated. They might just donate your body to science and try to get some money for you. Okay. They can sell your body parts to the medical school. Y'all think I'm playing? Okay. Donate to science. Exactly. Let's see. I'm gonna show y'all. Let's see. Sell your sell your organs to the black market. Pay. You love my shirt. Thank you. Pay shipping cost of your own body. Yep. The best thing you can do is choose like if you know you married to a Dusty, you know they broke, they never gonna have nothing. Go prepay a funeral home. Don't get an insurance policy. Go to the funeral home, make your own funeral arrangements, pay for it. You can pay in installments or all at once. And when you die, tell whoever take me to this funeral home. It's already paid for. Let the funeral home know. Do not get the money back, no matter what, until you see me dead. Don't give anybody any money. And that's how you secure your own funeral. Okay? Hi. But if you don't have money to have a funeral, don't donating bodies to science is the only other way to go. Girl. And not all bodies are accepted either. Because they don't if they don't want it, they're gonna send it back and you gotta figure it out. Okay. And you still like they don't pay you anymore because too many people is trying to do that. They don't pay you. They just like it's a donation. That's it. You save on your funeral bill. You don't have to pay for a funeral. Now they're gonna sell it. Yup. Your mom and granny both died single and you paid. Oh, that was nice. So let's see. Let me think about some more dusty funerals. I've seen a lot. I already told y'all about that one funeral where the mistress and the wife was there. Let me think of another one. Mm, I told y'all about the ratchet funeral. I know. Dusty's go in the washing machine. Okay, I'll tell y'all about the ratchet funeral. This is my last story that I'm going. It's real short. So this young guy died in a motorcycle accident. Didn't have on a helmet, cracked his skull open. Okay. So he was like in his 20s. And so all his friends was in their 20s. Young chicks, young dudes, right? And it was Friday night. The wake was on Friday night. Where you go view the body before the day before the funeral. So, they had to pick a struggle, either go to their friend's wake, then hit the club. That was about one block over. So they came dressed to go to the club, to the wake. Came in smelling like weed. Yes. Already tipsy and drunk. Yes. And the mom, okay, and the mom and dad were there, that had to witness all these, ratchet chicks walking around and body con, short dresses and heels and high. Then his friend got up to talk and he was high. And he kept talking and talking. They had to get him down. Ooh. Yep, blonde weave. Saw that too. It was hilarious. Then I went to the restroom. All the we used to call them hoochies back then. Okay, all the ratchets were in the bathroom putting on makeup, talking about where they finna go and who they finna go to house after the club and da da da. Not a hoochie, yeah. Putting on a black lip liner and silver lipstick from the y'all remember the 90s? Don't play. Y'all remember that black eyeliner and that silver lipstick with a gold tooth right here? Popping that gum? Look like the Tin Man. Okay? That's what that's yes. I have to keep straight faces and stuff like this. I had to be professional at such a young age. I had to be like, but I wanted to laugh. hmm Spice Girls, not the black lip liner. No respect for the deceased. Nope. I just laughed so hard at you demonstrating the popping gun. Thing is, we thought the 90s were the ish and that cherry on top. I loved the 90s and I hated the 90s. Like, there were things that I loved about it, and there's things that are just so bad that I would never want to ever come back in style again. Like, my love. Do you ever dream? And- the music was good. Yeah, it's a lot of pick me anthems in the 90s. It's a pick me anthem decade. Y'all remember the candy, the y'all remember the cotton candy French manicure? Y'all remember that? Tupac. Y'all remember the curved nails that were square, the square curves? Warren G. Ooh, yes. White tips. The era of the R&B bands. The ultimate, the Gangsta Paradise. Coolio. Y'all remember Coolio? Mhm. Montel Jordan. This is how we do it. Y'all remember the Long Island iced tea? Was that just me? You go to the club and you don't wanna spend a lot of money, but you wanna get lit. Go get that Long Island iced tea. Scream movie. Uh-huh. Yep. That's the drink you go to when you want to get drunk quick and you don't want to spend a lot of money on drinks. You just go, give me that Long Island. Make it strong. It's already strong. Make it stronger. I give you an extra dollar for an extra shot. Okay. Bone thugs. Boom, 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 boom. Y'all remember them? What are those jeans called? The real big Jinko jeans that were like this wide that the guys wore. Janko, boys to men. That was before twerking. What they used to do back then, drop it like it's hot, cabbage patch, grinding. They would I don't see nothing wrong. We live. They be on the floor, humping the floor. That was the twerking back then. Tootsie roll, freak dancing. Yes, the booty shake. Doodoo brown. No, two live crew. But like that era was solely responsible of creating pick like super pick and super dusties. I will never forgive that decade. Lil Kim. Mhm. I will never forgive that decade. I was mad. Scrubs. Yeah. So men changed for real. Yep. I was there. I witnessed the change. Um, it started. I'm gonna blame Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. I'm gonna start there. It started with gangster rap. Then the pick me anthem groups, and then the women wearing all that baggy clothes, looking like men. hmm That's it. That's what did it. Was the 80s good? The 80s were good. In the 80s, men picked you up on dates, took you out. The 80s were about success and making money and, climbing the corporate ladder, and men were real focused on their careers. And women kind of were too. It was more of a fun time. Uh, mhm. It was when women was giving it up for free. Not really. There was y'all go watch them old 80s movies. They weren't giving it up free, not all of them. Mhm. Get out of my dreams. That was the age of Whitney Houston. I wanna dance with somebody. She was like all the like she was like the Beyonce of the 80s. Okay. So Prince, Michael, Paul Abdul, Janet Jackson. hmm So I liked the 80s better than the 90s. The 90s ruined it. The 90s ruined it. Jodeci ruined it. So you're having my baby, and it means so much to me. There's nothing more precious than to raise a family. Ooh, yeah. If there's any doubt in your mind, you can count on me. Life would have no meaning. And he's lying the whole time. The first baby daddy song. There you go. You and I will never fall apart. That's what got all them women pregnant without being married. That song right there. They was playing it. The dude dedicated the song on the radio to him. When their mamas and daddies went to work, they snuck over each other's house. And there it was. There's the birth of the ratchet pygmy generation. You gonna pee? No. Say it again. The birth of struggle love. And then what's that movie? Boys in the Hood. Yeah, Forever My Lady. Yes. Then then we had the gangster rap, bitches, the Snoop Dogg's lyrics about women started making the men sing these anthems about disrespecting women and caught on. Even the women were singing it because I had a good beat. And so that's what happened. Like, and then I think yeah, Tupac made a song and he predicted it. He said when he talked about you gonna make a race of babies that will hate the ladies who make the babies. Y'all remember that song? Tu- Okay. Dear mama. hmm The men started feeling themselves. They thought they was the prize. All they needed was a bag of weed and a chronic album, and they was the prize. That's all it took to be a dusty prize. The chronic album and a nickel sack is all it took to be cool. That's all you needed. You needed some slides, some white socks, some baggy pants, and you was it. Mm-hmm. A blood. That's all it took to get a date. Ooh, girl, look at him. He cute. Ooh, he got some. A date was gin and juice, laid back. Smoking on an L, drinking gin and juice. That was a date. You want to come over my house and chill? It wasn't no Netflix back then. It was this, you want to come over my house and chill. Let's chill. That song right there. I'm mad at that song. Weed and a 40. Yeah, that's the starter pack. So dustiness, the 90s, pick me's, dusties. I was victim to it. Yeah. Remember when y'all asked me if I ever dated a dusty? Yes, in the 90s. When dusties were in. At least I was in style. At least I was dating a dusty when it was cool to date a dusty. When that fad was over, dating dusties was over for me. I didn't bring that into the 2000s. I left that back there where it belonged. Dusties are not still in. I don't know who lied to you. Dusties went out in the year 2000. Dusties went out in Y2K. Dusties went out. Exactly. It was over. A new millennium. R. Kelly ruined it. Yup. You had your fun. It's good. You matured. You got James at 20. I got him at 22. Death of the Dusties. Wow. Wow. Then what do we get in 2000? Like what the music started getting better. We got Neo, we got Mario, we had what? NSYNC, Justin Timberlake. We started getting it back. Usher, we was getting it back. We was trying to get it back. Beyonce, Joe. I wanna know what's on your mind. Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne. Backstreet. Genuine. Oh yeah, I met Genuine. Come on, kitty. Um, Boys to Men. Yeah, they were still lingering. Oh, and I love Jaheim. I loved Lauren Hill, but that the Fugees album was good. Then her album was Little Pick Me Anthem, but it was good. I liked it. I bought it. Mariah Carey. Mm-hmm. Donnell Jones. Carl Thomas. And I wish I never met her at all, even though I love her so. I met Carl Thomas. You know what? I was scam. I scammed Carl Thomas. Got $100 from him. Jagged Edge. Ooh. Mhm. Basement took over the 2000. Yeesh. I met Flavor Flav. Ooh, don't tell nobody that. In sync. Yeah, you know how I scammed? Well, I didn't really scam Carl Thomas. Okay. So I met Carl Thomas at he was like doing a little mini concert. And I met him and his manager was really nice, which I think his manager was either his sister, but his sister was really nice to me. And I was talking to his sister first before I knew she was his manager. So we were just talking. And then he came over to talk to his sister and he was like, "Oh, who is this?" And I'm like, "Oh, hi, I'm blah, 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 blah." And he was like, Um, I forgot what he was saying, but I was like, I was telling him I had his cassette tape, and he started laughing at me because he says nobody has cassettes tapes anymore. Everyone has CDs. I'm like, y'all. Now everybody laughs at CDs, but I said, but I have a cassette tape but it's not open. It's still sealed because I got a better car and I don't need a cassette tape anymore. But before I got a new car, I got your album. And then he was kind of um, like, okay, why is it still sealed? You ain't never listened to it. I said, well, I didn't have nowhere to listen to it at because I got a better car with a CD player and didn't have no tape player no more. So he's like, I'll buy it from you because I don't have a cassette of my own album, and if it's still in a seal, I want to keep it for my collection. He said, can I have it? I said, no, but you can buy it. He said, how much was it? I said, I think it was $9.99 back then. And I said, I'll sell it to you for 100. And being Carl Thomas and like, trying to flex, he's like, okay. So I went and got the tape and gave it to him, got my $100. Okay, I don't care who you are. I don't care how famous you are. You got some money for me? And Genuine gave me some money too. Okay. I'm not a groupie. I need some money. Okay. I'm a groupie for money. I don't care who you are. You know who I am. So I think when the man started wearing pink, it was the first time that dustiness was no dustiness started with gangster rap. Actually, it started way before that, but it made a huge impact on society at that point. Mhm. Kitty. But you know who did not exploit dustiness, and I respect him for it? P. Diddy. Thank you, P. Diddy, for bringing back the money. Thank you, Biggie. Thank you, P. Diddy. Thank you, Diddy. Uh, Biggie, Lil Kim. Thank you, East Coast. Oh, I hope I don't start no East Coast, West Coast. Thank you, East Coast, for keeping it classy. Thank you, Jay-Z, for talking about Big Pimpin', spin G's. Okay, thank you, East Coast, because West Coast had us with got dudes with wife beaters on, sipping on gin and juice, laid back in the hood, thinking that was cool. Treating women like trash. Exactly. So big perm. So yes, if I got to roll, I got to roll with the East Coast just because of that. East Coast rap. Okay. All right, enough of that. I gotta go. It's almost 4 hours, y'all. We're talking too long to y'all. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye.